What's up, everyone? Welcome to Touchdown Texas, Episode 3. I'm your host, Shiva Patel, and I'm here at the Texas Exes Watch Party in Atlanta with my co host, Nick Rodriguez. And what a dominating win it was, 31 to 12, Nick. It's a great day to be a Longhorn. How you feeling, man?
Man, what a day to be a Longhorn. Didn't think it would turn out exactly like that. I thought we would get the W, but oh my God, we look dominant. We look good. We look mean. Man, I can't wait to talk to you about it today. I'm so excited to be here at Red Pepper.
Yes, just real quick. So this is our first episode live that me and Nick are doing.
Yeah.
We're at the Texas Exes Atlanta chapter watch party live at Red Pepper Taqueria here in Dunwoody. So shout out to Adam and Matt. Yeah! And it was such an incredible game, first of all. But before we get to it, I just want to give a plug a little bit. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at touchdown_Texas, and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Nick, we're going to be having fans on that are going to be joining, but before we do, real quick, give me your thoughts about the game.
Man, it's hard to start where to begin, right? Because I think they absolutely took control of the game. Got up to a little slow start with the running game, but I just think just absolutely swarmed them, swallowed them, spit them out, and ran them over again. It was insane. You love to see the domination of that game. Texas fans have been waiting for this kind of battle for a long, long time, especially on the road at Ann Arbor. First loss for them in a long, long time. So super psyched to be here at Red Pepper talking to Shivam and Adams right here now. So I thought we'd win by a touchdown. We ended up winning by a lot more than that. So I'm super excited.
So let's bring on our first fan here. It is going to be Adam, and he's the VP of the Texas Exes Atlanta chapter, and he also works for Fanatics. So Adam, first of all, give a quick plug to the watch parties.
Yeah, so thank you, Shivam Nick, for joining us today. It's a great game, great watch party. Texas Exes Atlanta, Texas Exes ATL watch parties. We're going to be here, as many games as we can this year. We want everyone to come out, support us now that we're in the SEC. Once again, Texas Exes ATL, we're here, baby. Let's do it.
We're here, so if y'all are in the Atlanta area, Texas Exes, don't be shy. It's a great time. You can meet a lot of other Texas Exes, and we have a lot of fun. So be sure to pull up for the next watch party.
Red Pepper Taqueria, Dunwoody.
And follow Texas Exes Atlanta chapter on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, sir.
So, Adam, first of all, tell me your thoughts about the game. Man. I know you expected a Texas win, but not in dominant fashion.
Not at all, man. Not at all, Shivam. We were just hoping for a touchdown win, like Nick mentioned, but we'll take it any way we can get it. Let's blow them out. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going all year. Let's keep this, all gas, no brakes. We say it for a reason. This is what we're here for.
And talk about Quinn Ewers. He was just distributing the ball to all the playmakers. Talk about his performance.
I'm really excited for Quinn. I can't lie. I'm not a Quinn guy originally, but he's starting to win me over. He's really taking on everything he needs to as a star quarterback in the NCAA. And I think he's really looking the part. I think he's ready to lead us all the way this year. I'm really excited.
Yeah, what does this win mean for Texas, Adam? A non-conference, second year in a row, a big win last year at Alabama. This year in the Big House. They had a 23-straight game or a winning streak at home, and you beat the defending national champion. Tell us, what does that mean for the rest of Texas this season?
Hey, I know people don't want to hear this, but we're back.
Let's
do it. But, it's just setting us up for success. This is a huge win early on in the year. We did it last year with Alabama, but I feel like we're ready to go even further this year. So it's really excited for Quinn. I'm seeing him drop dimes, seeing him really fit them in different windows. So I think the sky's the limit for us.
Well, thank you so much, Adam. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Adam and
Let's
his
keep
team.
doing it.
And Matt, too.
Look up, baby. Look up.
Look up. Let's bring up Brett. Can you call it out? So, Nick, we're going to bring out another fan, Brett. I'll let you ask the first question when it comes on. But Nick, just talk about the game. It was 31-12. It was just a complete domination of both sides of the ball.
I think it starts with the offensive line. Especially that first drive, we drive down. We end up getting no points because we kind of beat ourselves a little bit. But I think the offensive line was mean. They were nasty the entire game. They weren't afraid. We were talking about it before, how we used to, try to be too cute in years past and try to run away from tackles. But we were attacking Michigan. We weren't afraid. We beat them in their own place. So I mean, it just felt good to be back and to actually beat a top 10 team on the road. It's massive. 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row for sure. And now let's bring on another fan. This is Brett. He's originally from
going on,
Dallas,
guys?
but he lives in Atlanta here. So Nick, I'll let you ask the first
Let's go
question.
hook 'em horns, baby.
Yeah, man. Okay, so usually we do like favorite player of the game or something like that. So we talked about a little bit the offensive line. Like, what is your big takeaway? Who really impressed you offensively or defensively today?
I'm gonna have to go Jarrett Gibson.
Oh, I like
Good
that.
one.
So,
yeah,
so
good pick.
don't get me wrong. Jadon Blue stepped up. With CJ Baxter being out, and we got a big void to fill. Let me say that. So with Jadon Blue and Trey Wisner coming in, but really Jarrett Gibson stepped in, freshman. I think true freshman.
Yeah.
Stepped in, made some big plays for us, got us a couple scores early.
Yeah.
Really started expanding the lead. But our run game is important this year. I mean, we know Quinn Ewers has a good arm, great receiving core. But I think the key for us is controlling the ground game. If we're really going to win games late, we got to be able to control the clock. And seeing that from Jarrett Gibson, from a playmaker, getting in there, getting us touchdowns, physical back.
Yeah.
I think he's going to play a key part for us down the stretch. So
Well, great. First of all, with the running backs, they really stepped up. They had touchdowns, and they were both explosive. And Jaden Blue also made a mistake. A guy missed.
Ooh, they put him on them skates.
He put him on skates.
Yeah.
yes.
But let's talk about the defense, Brad. Who stood out for you in the defensive side of the ball?
I would say Colin Simmons. I mean,
Okay.
again,
That's
freshman,
good.
making an impact. Great defense. We lost a lot of guys last year, but we had a lot of guys come in. I mean, obviously Anthony Hill is going to be a big playmaker for us, but Colin Simmons stepping in from Dallas. He's, him coming off the edge. We got to get him after quarterbacks all year. We're going to be playing a lot better quarterbacks than we did in the Big 12. So hopefully he keeps it up. We're going to need that same type of play versus Georgia.
Yeah.
Get him after Carson Beck, for sure.
Oh, for sure. So,
Yeah.
also, tell me about the impact this means for the Texans for the rest of the season. Because when you get a non-conference win that way, this can give you confidence for the rest of the season, and as you go into SEC play. So, talk about that. How the impact of this win?
Big win. I mean, again, anytime you can go on the road and get a win, not only on the road, but in the Big House. I mean, the Big House is known for having, 107,000 fans, I think.
I think 110 was there today.
110, yeah. I mean, it's the most populous place in college football as far as fans. So, big win. We got a lot of big home games coming up. Georgia, obviously, won. I mean, Oklahoma is essentially a home game for us, so plays a big part. I'm feeling really good about the defense. Obviously, Quinn Ewers looked good today. Love the way this offense played, and if we can control the clock like we did today, I think we got a good chance this game.
Well, great job, Brad. Great to get everything down. We
Yes.
appreciate you, and we're going to see you at another watch party. So, ladies and gentlemen, get used to Brad.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you guys.
Yep. And you get Roshan. So, also, before we go Roshan, let's bring in Matt. He is the president of the Texas Exes Atlanta chapter. So, Matt, first of all, hook him. We're at the watch party here. Shout out to him for putting this together and him and his team. So, Matt, how's it feel? What a big win today.
Shiva, this is amazing. We had an amazing turnout. If you didn't join us today, we had about 75 people here at Red Pepper Taqueria.
Nice.
Amazing turnout. Such an electric crowd. If you did not come, show up next time. We're going to be here for Mississippi State. We'll be here for OU. We'll be here for Georgia. We'll be here for Florida. All the big games, we're here. Come visit us. Please come out.
And then also want to give a plug. So follow the Texas Exes Atlanta chapter on Facebook and Instagram. So they do a great job putting together these great parties, Matt, and they also do giveaways, during halftime too.
Yeah, if you don't get our emails or if you don't follow us, Facebook, ATL Texas Exes, come find us, follow us. It's worth it.
And before we can't let you go, Matt, without asking a Texas question. Tell me about the performance. What were your thoughts about the game today?
I was a little worried about our running back core coming in, to be honest. We've had so many injuries on the running back side, but we really turned out a great running back by committee performance today.
I know. It's great.
So, got to get a shout out to that. our ability to bounce back from that into a top 10 win.
Woo!
Running back by committee. We did it today. Look forward to solidifying that in the coming games, guys.
Well, thank you, Matt, so much. And if you're in the Atlanta area, Texas, pull up September 28th, Mississippi State.
Hook 'em.
3 weeks away. Yeah, not that far
Thanks,
away.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, awesome. So, Nick, again, what a dominating win. Both sides of the ball. We kind of touched on it, with the running backs and everything. So, yeah, we have another fan here, Roshan. Yes, let's bring Roshan in.
Hey, what's good, team?
Well, Roshan, what are your thoughts about the game?
Sure.
On
Whatever.
feet, phenomenal performance.
Put them hard,
Texas,
baby.
hook 'em horns, exactly. Yeah, you can't complain about it.
Yeah! We don't mess around here. Red pepper.
Exactly. I think the biggest takeaways from offense, passing, smooth as hell. You can't complain. The passing has been insane. Running back was a bit of a concern coming in with the injuries and whatnot, especially with Jaden Blue going down, earlier in the game.
Yeah.
And still coming back afterwards and still performing. Running performance was great when Trayvon Visser came up as a backup. And again, the defensive performance, insane, restricting a team like Michigan
Yeah.
to, what was it, 13 points, 14 points?
13, I think.
13,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Or 12, I think, at 31 to 12.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot complain. And especially national championship coming off that type of caliber team. But yeah, I think the biggest areas for improvement are the running game, especially, which we knew coming in to this game, right? With major injuries at the running back position.
Yeah.
And incredible performances from the backup running backs who are now the starting running backs. And the passing game has been incredible. The defense did exactly what we wanted them to.
Dominating. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Domination is
Dominated.
the perfect word for this scenario. But yeah, let's go Horns. man.
Let's go forward. And before we go out there, Quinn Ewers, is he in the Heisman
God.
race? What do you think about him?
He's got to be in the lead right now. He would be above Quinn Ewers right now.
Exactly.
Right now?
Right now.
I can't think of anybody. I don't think.
Dylan Gabriel, they struggled against
Okay,
Idaho.
sure. Oregon struggled against Idaho,
Yeah.
right?
But this was such a big game on a big
Shore
stage.
Sanders,
exactly.
absolutely not. Carson Beck, they beat Tennessee Tech.
Right.
No, and
Congratulations.
Low-key is the
And
quarterback
Quinn
type.
Ewers, he's
type
only week
award.
2, but Quinn Ewers got to be number 1 guy.
No, Quinn Ewers displayed the ease that we want to see out of elite Heisman, award winners at this stage.
Mhm.
Quite frankly, okay, yeah, the Heisman should not be a quarterback award, but it kind of is. It's a very, very offensive award. Unless
It usually is.
there's a stellar defensive performance that really classes it, and Quinn has displayed the ease against high-ranked teams that you'd want out of a Heisman winning quarterback.
And his game was on the road. Carson Beck
Correct.
went to
Yeah.
the Benz
And it was a
in
neutral state.
Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
beat Clemson.
No.
Clemson's got a good defense, but they have absolutely no offense.
Well, Michigan has three first-round picks on their defense.
At
Correct.
the big house, at our house,
No, the big house.
just
I
dominated.
personally, in this fan engagement sphere, I have watched the game at the big house.
Oh, okay.
The
Nice.
environment, insane,
It's amazing.
insane.
It looks like it on
The
TV.
noise, the vibes. There's no reason, there's no question that Michigan has had 100,000 fans at every single home game they've had
Yes.
in the last, God knows how many, 20, 30 years.
Facts.
All right? There is no question that this is one of the craziest environments in college football.
The fans were jacked up. You could see
And
it.
they were. Yeah,
And
it's
then
not
we
like
shut
they're
'em out.
listening.
They didn't have much to be jacked
There we
up
go.
about, though.
So, Roshan,
There
before
we
we
go.
let you go, what's your record prediction for the rest of the year? Texas
Hold
going
on.
to lose
Record,
another game.
on.
hey, I'm an
Come on, what's your record, Roshan?
Hey,
Let's go.
I'm an optimistic person, all right? Hey, we're going 12 now.
Hey, hook up! Hook up. Well, thank you so much, Roshan.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank you,
it.
man.
Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Hook up.
Okay, baby. Let's go.
Shout out to Roshan. Yes. So Nick, now that we had some fans on, it was such an awesome atmosphere here at the watch party. Let's talk about offensive defensive performance. So who was your offensive player of the game?
Man, I don't think we can emphasize how mean, how much of a bully we were. But I gotta clap it up for the offensive line, and that helped Quinn Ewers through time after time. I thought he played excellent. I just can't reiterate this enough. We were attacking the other team. We were aggressive. We, excuse my French, are fucking mean. We were mean. Last few years, we've been afraid. We're trying to look cute, trying to look sexy. Not this year. We're not messing around. We're trying to put some in the mouth. Michigan's a good team, and I will say this. This is more about Texas today than it is about Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay? Michigan was to be a threat at the end of the year. It's not a Florida State situation. The offensive line was nasty. They were aggressive.
Yep.
They were mean. Okay? They were your local school bully, and we took your lunch money over and over again. Over and over. And we allowed Quinn to calm down. He wasn't as sporadic. He made his good plays, and we beat them fair and square.
Fair and square. And we really, the offensive line provided great pass protection for Quinn, and on the running game. Yes, and on the running game, they were getting a lot of blocks up front, opening up lanes for the running backs too.
Yeah.
And they were pancaking people, mauling people. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Michigan has 2 first-round picks in defensive tackle. They got pancaked, both of them.
They didn't do much.
They didn't do much
They
at
didn't
all.
do much. I think, one thing before you move on, I know you're about to talk about the tight end who was phenomenal. I know I teased that a little bit. Helm, who was also amazing. But think about this. Steve and I were talking about this during the game. When Kelvin Banks first got to Austin, right, the offensive line was in such a rebuild. Right? We were okay. We were good. We would get beat by OU. Even last year against OU, we didn't play very well. Sloppy. But now, in year 4 with Sark, you can really see the recruiting deep in with Sark. The offensive line is one of the strengths of our team. Our running backs looked amazing. And it just
Both of them did, yeah.
It opened up every single thing. You're about to talk about one of our key players, Helm, kind of touched some pass, should have had multiple. But it just, the development of Banks, the development of Sark's recruiting, this is not a gimmick win. We beat the brakes off of them.
National championship.
This is what the score should have been with the Bama game last year. We let Bama back into the game last year.
Exactly.
Everyone's like, it was close. No, we beat the brakes at them too. I'll tell you what, we're winning the Natty this year, and we're beating Georgia and Austin.
I love it.
I'm telling you.
I love it. It's going to happen,
not wrong.
ladies and gentlemen. But I want to talk about, for my offensive player of the game, is Gunnar Helm, the tight end. He caught so many passes underneath, and he broke a lot of tackles. He was great blocking. He had some amazing catches, and he was a security blanket for Quinn because they started covering their Bond and some of the other wide receivers. So Gunnar Helm was wide open underneath, and he was making a lot of plays. You see this, he high-pointed the ball, made an amazing catch. Our tight ends this year have been featured more in the offense, and they're making plays more. And you can definitely see them getting more comfortable and Quinn trusting them a lot more. So, and also after I talk about the tight ends, before you go, Nick, I want to talk about Isaiah Bond. What a game by Isaiah Bond. Catching in between, the middle passes, the deep passes, and come in. All right, so we have Maria here.
Hi.
So Maria, tell me about the game. What do you think?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I loved it. Absolutely.
What do you think about Texas?
I love Hook 'em horns,
Hook 'em
baby.
horns.
Hook 'em horns, baby.
Shout out to Maria.
Hey, we're at Red Pepper. Don't mess around.
We don't mess around here.
Don't mess around here.
We go hard, Texas fans.
Let me ask something real quick. You said security blanket. I think that's the perfect word to describe Gunnar Helm. There was a play. I don't remember the yardage, but he dumped it off to Helm. He's a big guy. He's not fast, but he smartly runs. It's like running from a child. You just kind of make big steps. You're smooth. Run around him, got the first down, and it's it wasn't that sexy of a play.
Yeah.
It wasn't that instead I said about leaping over him or anything crazy. It was got the ball, I run around the guy, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you.
Yeah.
We're mean.
Yes.
And we're not
We're
trying to
bullies.
look cool anymore.
We were the bullies in this game. We took the aggression of Michigan. And you can say,
That's going to carry to beating a Georgia team.
No, for sure. And Nick, I wanted to talk about the wide receivers: Isaiah Bond, Matthew Golden,
Silas
Golden. Even Ryan Wingo had a long play. Like,
he should have scored. He should have scored.
should have scored. Our wide receivers stepped up. Michigan had no answer for our wide receivers. They were just mossing people. They were getting yards after catch. They were just amazing. They played within the system. The timing was very on point. Like, Quinn had the rapport with the wide receivers.
Let me say this. This is what I'll say. And then I'm going to let my lovely fiance jump in and talk to you, Shiva. But this is nothing against Michigan. This is the part that people aren't getting. This is not Florida State, right? This is a really good football team. They're a top 12 team, 15. I know it sounds crazy. Texas is just that good. Shamar Moore is a great coach.
Jerome Moore, yeah.
Why Texas is a bully. Just like Michigan was last year. They were mean.
We were
bullies.
We were aggressive on both ends of the floor. Yeah.
I still think Michigan will end up having a really good year. It's just Texas. I think there's been so many years of Texas being mediocre, mid, underperforming, and I think fans are definitely tired of hearing the crap. And it's, to me, what's really cool is like there's guys buying in, whether they're a transfer. I can't remember his name, but the Clemson DB was.
Makuba was all over the ball.
To me, it's guys that are understanding Sark's what do you call it? Like culture
and the scheme too.
It's like he's from Texas, but it's like they want to freaking win.
Yes,
and they're mean. They're mean. You know how mean you have to be to beat Michigan or beat Ohio State or beat Georgia?
And
we're the kid on the block.
We're the bully on the block.
Which has not been the case for like 15 years.
And I do want to say that we were not only a bully on the block on the defensive side, we were a bully on the block for the offensive side.
Every single way.
Like, they looked small compared to us, and they wanted no, and they were tapping out, ladies and gentlemen.
They were running out of bounds.
They
were running out of bounds.
So,
I think it's it looks good. I got to run real quick. I'll be right back. My lovely fiance Fernanda is going to jump in for just a couple seconds.
So Fernanda's here. She just wanted to say hi to the people. So shout out to Fernanda, So tell me about the game, Fernanda. How do you think Texas played?
Oh, man, it was unreal. I kept telling Nick's mom that it was completely insane. As you know me, I didn't go to UT, but his parents did. Nick's the biggest Texas fan besides Shebam that I've ever met. So coming into this world has been like absolutely surreal to me, and getting to root for a team, I think Texas has my heart. But no, the game was unbelievable. I was like Shebam that like my guy for the season is definitely Isaiah Bond. Last year I had Worthy, and now I think I'm moving on to
007.
007.
So, Fernanda, you're a big Quinn Ewers fan.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think he played today?
He was the most confident, the most comfortable, and the most calm I have ever seen him from the times that I've seen him play in previous games. I think that he is really ready to play Georgia. I think that before it seemed like such a, unfathomable thing to think of, but I think we're ready.
I think we're ready for sure.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk about the defense, first of all. Like Andrew Makuba, I wanted to give him a shout out. He was aggressive. He had an interception. He caused a fumble. He had a lot of pass deflections. Like, he was amazing. He was active on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And Makuba, man, what a game. What a player. We have Brett back in. And not only Makuba, but the defense was getting pressure on the Michigan quarterback. They were forcing him out of his spots, making him uncomfortable, forcing him to be inaccurate. He's already inaccurate, but they were making him even more inaccurate than he already was. So I want to give a big shout out to the defense. The cornerbacks, the linebackers were all over the field, making open field tackles, getting tackles for loss. Then on the offensive side of the ball, like I said, the receivers, but the running backs. Like, Jaden Blue started the party, being very shifty and making a lot of people miss and getting those tough yards. But also, Trey Weiser came in and was a change of pace back. He's a fast guy that can make people miss and is more of a slasher. So he was like going all over the field. Like, he was like herky-jerky, but like the defense had no answer for Trey Weiser. And he also shows some physicality too, as well as the true freshman Jared Gibson. He was running over people, and he was more of the short yardage back. he even got a touchdown, and he ran right through the tackles of those tough Michigan defensive tackles.
I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
this offseason, as good of a recruiting class as Texas had, I think the transfer portal is going to be the difference for us. I mean, Landon and Isaiah Bond, Amupa, Silas Golden,
Bolden and
Golden,
Golden.
is going to be a big difference for us. I mean, in our running back depth chart, deep, right?
Don't even have Baxter. I mean, it'd be a completely different team.
Baxter was a big loss. In my opinion, he was an Alvin Kamara type guy.
Yeah.
I love
Texas
versatile.
exceptionally well.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, we're so deep. I mean, Christian went down too, but I mean, having Jadon and Jared Gibson and Wisner, and I mean, I think we're really set up for success in the backfield. So, Quinn, excellent arm. I think we're deep at receiver. We got Ryan Wingo. I mean,
He should have scored.
yes, I mean Wingo.
He should have scored.
We got John Tate Cook looming. He didn't
Right.
he didn't get much play today, but again, I mean, Quinn Ewers has an exceptional amount of weapons.
Smart with the football.
Defense looked really good today. I mean, for me as a Texas fan, no question on offense. For me, it's going to be how does this defense play going forward? I mean, if this defense can play the pace they did today against excellent offenses. I mean, again, our big test is in October. We got Oklahoma.
Yes.
More importantly, Georgia. If we can shut Carson Beck down, Texas has a real chance to make some noise come playoff team.
And tell me, how big of a resume booster is this? When you get in the playoffs.
Big time. I mean, again, Michigan coming off. I mean, again, they lost a lot of guys. Roman Wilson, J.J. McCarthy, Corum, Peyton Wilson on defense. They lose a lot of guys. Definitely a weaker Michigan team, but again, when you're playing up against a national champ, their home field, coming in, we should have been an underdog. So being a favorite, I mean, beating them like we did handedly plays a big deal. When we come to the playoffs. So big win for Texas. Again, being in the SEC, we play a lot better teams now. Our biggest test coming up again, Kentucky. Kentucky's a team I won't sleep on. We should have been tough Florida after Cam Ward, what he did to Florida, but again, Kentucky's going to be a big test. Georgia, Oklahoma, but we get the road.
Shout out to Brett. And so, Nick, it's almost the 30-minute mark. Let's close this out, Nick. So,
Close it out, baby.
You're closing out. And then,
All I gotta say is I'm looking for that ugly dog in Athens. I can't wait to whoop his ass, and I'm ready. I'm not afraid. I think the thing is, and I keep going back to this before,
I fuck with Quinn
is that we, not only as fans or coaches, thank you, is that we're not afraid. I think there was the whole thing. It's like when people started being banned, right? When A&M beat them with Johnny Manziel, or people beating Georgia with all that stuff. This Texas team is a little different. They're not afraid.
they're a different breed. Yeah.
I know I keep saying it, and you're gonna get tired of me saying it, but I'm gonna say it all year. So Georgia fans, I'm coming for you.
We're coming for you. But Nick, thank
We're
you.
not afraid. We're beating them dogs, them ugly ass dogs, and we'll see you in the night.
We'll see you in the natty. I love it. So before we sign off, I wanted to give a shout out to everybody at the Texas again. Thank you. What a great time we had. Follow us at touchdown_Texas on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And Nick, we're gonna be back next week. We play UTSA. We'll be back September 14th. Will be our next episode. It won't be live, but we're pre-recorded. You'll see the episode. Yes. So again, for Nick Rodriguez, Shiva Patel, the Texas Atlanta chapter, hook up.